Can you see San Francisco in one day? Join us for tips, tricks, and things we learned as Daniels do a day in San Francisco. We left home at 4:15 a.m. to head to the airport. And one thing we like to do at the airport is take our own breakfast. We've taken muffins in the past. This time we took bagels and muffins for a certain spoiled, picky eater. And we got on our flight around 7 a.m. for the just under 5-hour flight to San Francisco, where we landed and walked to baggage claim. We stayed in a DoubleTree near the airport. It had a free shuttle to and from the airport, which meant a very long ride share down to Fisherman's Wharf and lots of traffic. Our first order of business was finding food, so we went to Pier 39 and ate at the Wipeout Bar and Grill, and then we headed to see the famous sea lions that hang out on the pier. There are lots of shops and restaurants there at Pier 39. We wish we had had more time to spend around there, but we had a boat to catch, so we had about a 10-minute walk down to Pier 33 to catch our boat. And that's where our biggest regret comes in from this San Francisco day was we wanted to do the Alcatraz tour, but we looked and we couldn't decide what time we wanted, and when we looked again it was sold out. So we ended up doing a Bay Discovery cruise, which was just a boat ride around Alcatraz Island and then under the Golden Gate Bridge and back to port. But that boat ride was freezing cold and very windy. It gave us some cool views. The Golden Gate Bridge was under a lot of fog, but it was neat to be out on the water to see San Francisco from that angle. But we also were beginning to be tired from being up at 3 in the morning, but it was only like 2 o'clock in San Francisco. The boat gave us a little bit of a rest, but we had to walk back towards Pier 39. We wish we had spent a little bit more time there, but at the same time we knew we had a lot more to do and the day was fading for us. And so we kept walking and we went to the Boudin Bakery where they make sourdough bread balls. We stopped in there for a bread bowl to share. We continued our walk down the street, and it was a long walk to end up at Ghirardelli Square, where we of course had to enjoy some yummy ice cream. The sun was out, it warmed up a little bit, so we got to sit down, take a little break, and enjoy a treat. The next and last thing on our list to do was to ride a cable car. So we were right there at the Powell and Hyde cable car turnaround. And so you can use an app or you can get your tickets right there. Now the pro tip is you go up a block or a stop or two and you don't have to wait and get on. But with 4 of us and 2 kids, we were a little chicken to try that. So we waited in a very long 1-hour line, very cold and windy. But we got to ride on the cable car and it was really a treat. Our cable car driver, conductor, whatever he's called, he was really fun. The roads are really steep. The sights are really cool to see. So it was a very enjoyable experience. We went all the way to the end of the line where you have to get off. And when we did that, we were looking for a ride share and they won't pick you up on that street. And so my advice, if you're looking for that, is to head back up or get off at a stop earlier than the end, maybe Union Square or something like that, to look for a ride home. Because when we got off down there on Market Street and started walking around looking for a ride share to pick us up, it was not necessarily the best areas that we were in. But it was a fun day. It was only like maybe 5 o'clock at this time. But of course we were exhausted. We had been up since 3 a.m. Eastern time. And so we headed back to the hotel, ordered from the restaurant, and went to bed. I think for as tired as we were, we got in a really good day of San Francisco touristy stuff. I really wish we could have gotten the Alcatraz tour in. I think if we had been there like a full day and spending the night and not leaving early the next morning and the Giants were in town, I think that would have been a nice addition to a day in San Francisco. But for us, as tired as we were, I think we really got to see a lot of stuff and had a great adventure in San Francisco.